Hello everyone. Today we're going to delve into a topic that's been causing quite a stir on the internet. The lawsuit involving Sean Diddy Combs is going viral, and there are a lot of speculations surrounding it. The lawsuit discusses various allegations against Diddy, including multiple sexual assault lawsuits and an ongoing sex trafficking investigation. Before we dive deeper, let's ponder over a few questions. Do you think P. Diddy will be able to evade these allegations? Is this the end of the road for him? Will his fame and fortune help him navigate through the storm, or will justice prevail regardless of his status? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Now, without further ado, let's dive right into it.
Women on the yacht would be falling over themselves, panicking or passing out. This led the plaintiff is the person suing, to reasonably believe that the alcohol given to these women was likely laced with drugs. In the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, according to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs forced all women to drink laced De Leon liquor. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs laced the liquor with ecstasy. So you can see, again, some of these similarities. Let's get back to that lawsuit. Upon entering the recording studio, defendant Combs immediately started ordering that tequila shots be poured. Plaintiff began to become concerned when he insisted that she take shots of tequila he may have brought on board the yacht. At this point, the mood changed and things became sinister. Defendant Combs insisted that the plaintiff stay chatting and that she sit beside him. Defendant Combs violently grabbed plaintiff's arm and began hurting her. He pulled plaintiff to the seat beside him and prevented her from getting up. The lawsuit includes photos of bruising. Let's take a look at those photos. Part of the lawsuit, part of the alleged evidence of what happened. Now, the lawsuit continues. Luckily for the plaintiff, due to defendant Combs' insistence on Mr. Jones recording everything, Mr. Jones has an audio recording of defendant Combs drugging and sexually assaulting the plaintiff. That's the allegation. Same thing in the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod. Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly on several occasions. Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. So these allegations involve conduct, but not just conduct that is allegedly recorded, which is why in these raids they're going after all of the hard drives and anywhere else you can find these types of images and recordings. Now, this is where it gets very specific about what happened. Plaintiff retreated to a corner of the room, and Chris Combs became physical and extremely aggressive. He cornered her and started to grope her. She pushed him back constantly. Chris Combs then took off all of his clothes, his private parts, and were in a certain state, and he grabbed her arms and was trying to force the plaintiff to perform.
Well, I think we should also acknowledge, it's my understanding that Tyrone Blackburn is representing both this new accuser that's accusing Christian and Rodney Little Rod Jones. So did Rodney Little Rod Jones's $30 million lawsuit against Diddy instigate these latest allegations against his son? I think it's a fair assumption, because it's Rodney's video, that it's Rodney that can provide this alleged audio and video of the woman telling Christian to stop touching her. There's kissing noises that can be heard in the background. And Christian's team claims that this unredacted video and audio has not been provided to them. Again, the Combs team is really pushing both Diddy and his son that when it comes to Little Rod and when it comes to perhaps this new accuser, could the ultimate objective be a quick payday? They're saying that these are crazy allegations and that the reason that they are putting them out in such a public platform, the way they're doing it without either side being served yet, is just to get that payout, which we've seen Diddy do numerous times. You know, he pays people just to go away. He says, I'm innocent, but he just wants to kill the story.
Andrew Dalton, and we've seen that many times. The reason I am so much more connected to covering this story is because of the raid, and now you've got this criminal investigation that is apparently taking place. The target, you would think, would likely be Diddy, since they're raiding his homes. How much of a connection do you believe there is here between these civil suits and allegations and the criminal investigation that resulted in the raids of Diddy's properties?
Yeah, I think the criminal investigation definitely raised the stakes for all of us who were covering this. I mean, it gave at least some validation, maybe not to the specifics, but to everything that was laid out in all these lawsuits that have been filed. The feds, for we at the AP, wouldn't confirm what the exact allegations were or say whether the lawsuits were involved, but Diddy's lawyer, Aaron Dyer, flat out said in his statement last week that this is, unfounded stuff from lawsuits that they're chasing. So that's he's not going to know everything about the investigation, but that's a pretty strong indication that they are probably using these civil suits as guides.
Here's the thing that I don't understand, Kinsey, and the recording of everything. It seems from these civil allegations, they're saying crimes are being committed and Diddy is making sure that everything's being recorded. And that makes everyone think of, well, number one, that's not smart, but number two, it makes everyone think of, is there something else going on here? Like, why on earth would this stuff be recorded if it's criminal conduct? To me, this has a lot of heads spinning around. What's the buzz out in Hollywood on these types of allegations and the fact that everything seems to allegedly, right, be like recorded and documented by Diddy himself?
I mean, it's hard to even remotely fathom the fact that he would instigate this stuff being recorded to where it could come back and haunt him. And by all accounts, he had a good relationship with Rodney Jones prior to this lawsuit. They produced an award-winning album together. The tone in Hollywood is to avoid Sean P. Diddy Combs right now. You even saw Kella.
As the saying has it, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now, the way this one is, the apple fell too near to the tree. Now, although everybody's having Diddy right now, his accomplices can't undo what they had done with him. Now it's revealed that he has an obsession with recording them while they at it.
I don't think it's only celebrities going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him.
The drugging, the touching, the rape, the raping, all that. So now, I'm not gonna mention the lady's name or put them out there because they are prominent people in the community now. But they had those type of experiences that they looking to get justice for.
So you in contact with some of Diddy victims?
Well, I had a couple of women that, and it wasn't only about Diddy. It was some other bad boy artists that I'm not gonna say, because they have to go out and they have to file their cases and do what they have to do. But I had about 2 women that called me and told me their story. I got texts from them. I got their texts telling me that, keep their name discreet. Don't let nobody know, and I won't let anybody know. That's up to them. And one of the ladies, man, I feel real bad for because she said that they came to her because there's a tape around with her face on it. And that's crazy.
What kind of tape is it?
It's a sex tape.
One of his exposed accomplices is Cuba Gooding Jr., as if he doesn't have enough on his plate already.
Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. to this complaint. Rodney Jones claims the actor sexually harassed and assaulted him while on board Combs' yacht last year. Gooding Jr. has not publicly commented on these allegations. This comes days after federal agents raided Combs' homes in L.A. and Miami. He has not been charged with any crime, but the investigation surrounding the sexual misconduct allegations is growing. Diddy has denied all the accusations. Meantime, new video shows the arrest of Brendan Paul, Combs' alleged drug mule. The 25-year-old was arrested on Monday in Miami.
Royal mess. Prince Harry's name has surfaced in a sexual assault lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, the American rapper who has been accused of sex trafficking and sexual abuse. He faces a $30 million lawsuit. Record producer Rodney Jones claims the rapper sexually assaulted him. He's accused Combs of being a serial sex abuser. The 73-page lawsuit suggests the American rapper drew influential guests to his infamous parties. Combs' gatherings were allegedly attended by sex workers and underage girls. The document in the court names the Duke of Sussex as one of Combs' guests. However, there is no suggestion of any wrongdoing by the prince. He has only been named as one of the examples of Combs' celebrity guest lists that included famous athletes, political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries.
You guys have a beautiful weekend.
Earlier, the American billionaire was pictured with Prince Harry and William after performing at the concert for Diana on the late princess' birthday in 2007. And in 2012, Combs said that he wanted to hang out with Prince Harry during his UK trip. But there have been no reports of Prince Harry's association with the American rapper, who has been in a legal hot soup. In November last year, Combs' former girlfriend R&B singer Cassie also sued him. She accused the rapper of raping her and being plied with drugs for 10 years. His suit was settled a day later. Combs is facing similar lawsuits from 3 other women. The complainants alleged that he had sexually abused them and participated in revenge pornography. Recently, his Miami and Los Angeles properties were searched by the federal agents in connection with the probe on sex trafficking charges.
World-renowned Dallas pastor T.D. Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
It's filed by a producer that worked with Combs. It discusses how the singer planned to leverage his relationship with the bishop to soften the impact on his public image of Casey Ventura's lawsuit. Ventura is a former girlfriend of Combs who filed her own lawsuit in November alleging abuse, violence, and sex trafficking.
Meanwhile, Combs' lawyer is criticizing the raids at 2 of the hip-hop mogul's homes in a federal sex trafficking investigation. He called them an unprecedented ambush. It comes as we're getting a new look inside Combs' L.A. house after the search by federal agents. Carter Evans has details about what the feds have uncovered so far.
Guns, cell phones, and other electronics are among the items taken from the homes of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, according to a source familiar with the search warrant performed by federal agents at his properties in Los Angeles and Miami. TMZ says this video shows the aftermath of the raid inside Combs' LA mansion. Drawers empty, documents scattered, and safes opened and searched. Hours after the raid started, Combs was seen walking around the Miami Opa-locka airport, according to TMZ, which also obtained this video. Later, at the same airport, authorities arrested Combs' associate.
Remember, this is just a glimpse of what's to come. Stay tuned for more details as we unravel the story behind these allegations.
The standpoint of the names of the celebrities that were tied to this, the fact that Jennifer Lopez was tied to this back when she was involved in or party to a shooting at a nightclub when she was dating Diddy, and is now alleged to have brought the gun with her to the scene and gave it to Diddy, and that's how the shooting occurred.
Lil Rod's team brings up J-Lo when establishing Diddy's history, writing his, quote, RICO enterprise has existed for at least 20 years, dating back to the 1999 nightclub shooting in NYC, when Mr. Combs required his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez to transport his illegal firearm into the NYC nightclub. The court docs allege Diddy forced his then-artist Shine to assume responsibility for the shooting of several individuals. All this happened back on December 27, 1999, when a fight broke out at a nightclub. Diddy, J-Lo, and rapper Shine were all there, and according to former rapper Mark Curry, Diddy paid Shine $1 million to take the fall for the shooting and serve a 10-year prison sentence. Lil Rod's lawsuit now suggests it was J-Lo who brought the gun. The civil suit details extreme allegations of abuse and coercion. We know, according to the lawsuit, that Lil Rod lived with Diddy for months at a time. He produced 9 songs for Diddy's latest album, The Love Album. Lil Rod even alleges that Diddy promised him things in order to keep him quiet, like $250,000 to buy instruments, ownership of Diddy's $20 million property in Miami, and even a Grammy for Producer of the Year. On top of all this, Lil Rod says his allegations are corroborated with, quote, hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in some serious illegal activity because Diddy apparently required Lil Rod to record him constantly. Lil Rod also alleges he was, quote, the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. At times, Lil Rod says Diddy touched his private parts without consent and forced Lil Rod to watch him shower or have naked body massages. Lil Rod says Diddy, quote, attempted to groom Mr. Jones into engaging in gay sex. According to Julie Rendelman, these allegations and dozens of others in Lil Rod's lawsuit may have led up to those.
The dude's gotten away with way too much. I believe at some point he must have thought himself invincible.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, will you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and
here.
scraping for shit.
No, I got
I like that.
Shit. You know, I'll be practicing. I got Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, will you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. When you scrambling and scraping for shit. No.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go with that one.
Make a wish.
That one.
Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's a birthday on Drink Champs. Goddammit, I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this birthday party,
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh,
Eyes. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different personalities. So I was like, I never knew they would become what they are today. But you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So Tyrese kept on talking.
This is a fight. This is a Floyd fight, right?
Yeah. And Tyrese keep on talking about like how you got to get back for church. And we just like, yo, the night ain't start. You got to get back for church. We in motherfucking Vegas, nigga. But like, you can go to church next week. You know what I'm saying? Sending your thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but we in Vegas. Don't be bringing God into this situation. Don't bring God into this situation. You know what I'm saying? F. Gary Gray is like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Ray J. So Ray J is like just really like feeling like Ray J right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, walked in.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's why I said let me pick it up. That's why I gotta pick it up from right there. This why I gotta pick it up from right there.
Look at this nigga. This is a nigga. Go ahead. No, bro.
Killing.
No. Come tell the story. Bro, we intoxicated.
Listen. Listen,
Groove, you helping me build that beautiful, nice guy, Rastafari brand of yours, huh? I see you, man.
I'm walking.
Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, dear Fabulous. The only nigga that got the name that I want. It ain't gay. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot for that.
I mentioned Diddy's former producer, now plaintiff, suing Combs for sexual assault in a separate lawsuit, that he was there on the yacht that night and actually recorded the audio of this assault, this whole episode happening. She provides a transcript of what she says is Christian Combs drugging and sexually assaulting her. I'm going to read it for you now. Christian, yo, it's shot o'clock. Grace, no, I'm not doing shots, Christian. Christian, everybody, we got to take a shot. In a second audio tape, Grace says, I'll just put the ledge. Christian, no, take the whole thing. Grace, no, you will take it as well. Christian, take the whole shot. Grace, I'm only doing it as long as you take it as well. Christian, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not taking nothing. Please take the shot. Grace, you were drugging me? Christian, take the shot. Hey, yo, play another beat one time because now. And then there is a transcript of Christian's alleged sexual assault of Grace. Cassie's Me and You playing in the background, allegedly. Grace, this is not an offer. Christian, you said what? Grace, I can't. I'm swapping out. I can't do it. I'm sorry, darling. Christian, nah, we need you. Grace, I'm going to stop. I have to go. Honestly, I'm like already losing sleep. I have to go now. Christian, you're the best one on this ship, though. Grace, what do you mean? Christian, who's going to replace you? Grace, who's going to replace me? Christian, F that. That's going to be trash, though. You feel me? Grace, excuse me, you don't touch my legs like that. I'll move my legs where I want to. If I want to do this, then I will. You don't touch my legs like that. Christian, listen, you and everybody in the crew, it's great. Grace, I can't. I have to go down. Christian, no, you tell me. Listen. Grace, what? Christian, say you're just vibing with me the whole time.
Now, if Diddy's gonna face jail time, he's gonna have to snitch on his accomplices. Now, Jay-Z and Beyonce are reportedly part of his circle too, and Jay-Z was just a little bit more discreet with his.
Sean Carter is worse.
Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
He was saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as the that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you.
Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was the
dopest.
sensei.
One of the dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z.
Jaguar pointed out that as soon as Big L was gone, Jay started cozying up to big shots in the industry, including Sean Diddy Combs, or Honey Combs, as Jag prefers to call him.
Building a working, camaraderie with Honey Combs and AKA Diddy. And
Why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet.
Gene Deal, P. Diddy's former bodyguard, believes Diddy would rather end it all than be behind bars.
Collecting money for niggas, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, we got to make sure because he want to kill himself. He going to kill himself. Diddy had that pace and he had that look in his face that he know something may be wrong or they may have something on him. Because they took things out of there. We may not have seen what they took, but they had bags and boxes of stuff that they took out of there.
Stevie, what did they take from the house? Were you able to see?
I saw them take like a bag of one bag.
Well, did they take electronics? Because they did in Los Angeles.
I'm sure they took some electronics, some of the camera stuff and all that. Probably they didn't want him to get a look at what they were doing in his crib, like how they came with the armored trucks. Of course, they took all that stuff.
What did you see when you walked back in?
I just don't want to get too much into that. I just know that I walked in and they messed the man crib up. You know what I'm saying? And they did his crib dirty.
So he knows he's getting a play-by-play of what's going on. And even back then, doing that City College, when he was fired from Uptown Records, he was making statements about doing himself. He had that same look in his face.
Yeah, he looked worried, man. I'm not gonna lie, for a split second, man, I felt bad for him. For a split second, but yeah.
Like everybody, I get all kind of hate mail, IGs talking about that I'm trying to take a black man down. No. I went through every step you supposed to go through when you got a problem, you got a situation, you got an issue with a man. You understand? I get in contact with him. Went to mutual friends. Let's sit down and talk. What you did to Wolf's mother wasn't right, bruh. You don't talk to her like that. If Wolf was alive, he'd take your head off. You understand? Try to talk to him. People, when they start getting in this power, certain positions, have certain amount of money, they don't look back. Some of them don't look back and don't think they have to come back to the people that help them get to those positions. You understand? I don't care what nobody say. You understand? If somebody helps you and use their ability and their talents to help you get in position and get to certain places and do certain things, you come back. And you make sure things is all right. You don't disrespect people's mothers. You don't disrespect your friends that took their money to make sure you was all right when you was wrong, when you was messed up. You don't do that, brother. So by him doing the things that he did and taking the avenue that he took, he's suffering the consequence, and I don't feel bad for him at all. Because people was trying to talk to him. People was trying to tell him. You couldn't pull him by the coat and let him know anything. You understand? They messed up the game, brother. When he put that shit out with them, money, power, respect, it ain't never been like that. It ain't never been like that. You got your respect in the street that gave you your power, that brought you your money. Totally different thing. He let that money, power, and respect go to his head, but he had it ass backwards. So do I care what happened? Nah. He got enough money to buy his way out of this. So we think.
So when you look at that video of him pacing around and he's looking worried, and you knowing him, do you think it's possible that he might commit suicide?
When you're a narcissist, there's always a possibility because you're suffering. But I don't think that he can see himself in a cage. I don't think he can see himself behind those bars in those type of situations. It's too many real dudes that dislike him. But then again, there's a lot of real dudes that need help. And him being behind bars, he could probably help him.
Both jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie, I was like, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm gonna do.
Oprah. J-Lo. A-Rod. Will Smith. Alicia Keys. Look at some pretty hit. Black King God, dude. Justin Bieber. Kevin Hart. Mark Wahlberg. Snoop. DJ Khaled. Swiss Beats.